For those of us who do so much inner work that we need to take a break, we need to objectively question how much time we are spending in the painful parts of our healing, in our painful parts in the name of healing, and how much time we are spending being, enjoying, and connecting with life and what is good in life. You're okay. We're okay. We don't have to figure everything out. We are not doing it wrong. We're good where we are. Whatever we're doing, we're all right. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today? Do you ever feel like you're doing it wrong? Like you're not doing enough, like you don't measure up, like other people do it better than you and they have it more together than you? I do. I have this sense a lot. Even though I know that I am growing and expanding and learning in leaps and bounds, and sometimes I'm very proud of myself, I do not escape the frequent inner talk telling me that I'm doing it wrong. And I'm talking about this today because not long ago we had the total eclipse of the sun. And a lot of us who do inner work or spiritual work or some kind of energy work, we looked at that day as a special day, and we probably planned something either to do practically a ritual or journaling or being more attentive to whatever was happening. But anyway, we probably did something special. And I ended up doing my thing, and it was good. It was okay. It was not everything I wish I had done, but it was like, all right, like I honored it, I did my thing, and I'm all right. But the next day, as I went online and I started reading posts by other people who said that the experience was out of body and extraordinary, that they connected with such deep clarity, that they were starting on a new path in their life, that the alignment was profound, and that they felt it in every cell of their body, and that this was the moment that was changing life and changing the world as we know it in a new energy, in a new dimension, and another timeline and everything else. And I was like, oh, I did it wrong. Like, I didn't get to feel all that stuff. I didn't come on the other side with this profound shift inside of me. I mean, I made it meaningful, and I took the time and I honored, but this is not how it happened to me. So what did I do in my head? I started thinking, man, I wish I had known more what I had to do. I wish I had had people around me. I should have put more effort. I should have done it differently. Those people are way more connected than I am. I'm just, pretending to be in this growth, but really, I don't know what I'm doing, and so many other people are doing it way better than me. And that's a problem. Do you ever do that to yourself? In life in general, but in the spiritual growth world, there are so many courses and people talking right now, and coaches and books and seminars and, free yourself and abundance and money and, do this course and you will achieve this. And what it ultimately tells us, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today, is that if we're not at that point, if we do this and we don't reach that, then we're doing it wrong. And as highly sensitive people and as empath, because we have such a rich inner life because of the way we perceive the world and our high sensitivity and our empathy for how other people live and what they're feeling, because of that, most of us tend to be on a path of personal inner work and spiritual work. So we are a large chunk of the consumers of all that material that is out there. But there is a danger in there. Can I ask you a favor? Subscribe. I know asking is not like the sexiest thing to do, and that we should just let things come and not ask. But I am doing this work because it really feels like a calling. I feel that sharing some of the ideas and the things that I'm discovering about highly sensitive people is really important for all the other highly sensitive people and empaths out there. But I need this channel, see, that's a wrong, and I'm doing it wrong. I would like this channel to grow so that it can start to support me as I want to dedicate more and more of my time to doing this. And with the AI, it's all a matter of numbers. And the AI has to see that there is activity, that people are subscribing and liking and listening, and then it will organically get shown on a larger scale, and then I'm not going to have to ask anymore. But to get this moving, I need you. So please subscribe, share the video, share my channel with some people, tell them to come and check it out, and it's going to be win-win. They'll benefit, and I will too. Thanks. But there is a danger in there. It's that work is endless. And endless is okay if you're okay with where you are. But when you're bombarded with all the things that we should be able to create our own reality and attract the abundance and dissolve into oneness and be connected with God and all these things, it can get quite disheartening and quite discouraging. And I want to offer that we got to stop. Stop the inner work once in a while, because we all need a break from that. And we actually need to learn to just be and live. So that's number one. Two, a lot of these modalities, yes, some is about creating the future you want, but a lot of it is about healing your past and trauma healing and inner child healing. And although I do believe that having the awareness of the workings of this and the source of what created our patterns and our wounds and our way of operating in the world, I am also profoundly feeling that when we keep ourselves in the wounds and in the pain, in the analysis and the figuring out and understanding, because, we need to know exactly how this happens so that we can address our behavior. Now, I think that spending too much time in our pain and our trauma keeps us there. It keeps it alive. And it makes us feel inadequate, and it brings us down, and it keeps us just in the marasm, is that the right word? I think it is, of everything that we did not learn when we were young, that happened to us, that was neglected, that was unloved, that was all these things. And recently I'm hearing testimonies of people who are going back to religion after doing a lot of work in what they call the New Age. And I think because we are too often told that all the pain is part of the process and that we have to continue and go deeper and go deeper and go deeper, at some point people just blow a fuse and say, whoa, no, I do not accept this anymore. Something doesn't feel right. And a lot of people fall back onto adhering to pre-established religions. I've seen people that find profound inner peace in doing that. And I am happy for them. It's good. But for those of us who are not attracted to established religions and believe more in our own spirituality, we have to find a way to come to a place of inner peace. And some of that is through, again, the learning of surrender. We're supposed to surrender to let go so that we trust and that we stop doing all the inner work, and yet we're taking lessons into how to surrender. So it's like the teaching of how to not do is becoming an industry, and that is crazy too. So I just want to offer that for those of us who do so much inner work, that we need to take a break. We need to objectively question how much time we are spending in the painful parts of our healing, in our painful parts in the name of healing, and how much time we are spending being, enjoying, and connecting with life and what is good in life. You know, like I said, it's important to have the awareness and not suppress our emotions, not deny our traumas and say everything's fine. You know, my family was completely screwed up. There was abuse, neglect, alcoholism, this and that, but I'm just going to leave that aside because I'm only going to work on projecting into the future. I'm not sure that is a solution. I think it's a balance between the two. But certainly it is important to focus on what uplifts us and what is enjoyable and what doesn't require so much thinking and analysis, because most of us have heard of the expression analysis paralysis. There is also Marianne Williamson. I'll look for the right quote. The idea is that we do not find light through analysis of the darkness. We reach light through light. So I'll post the correct quote. So it's kind of a video just to say, beware and be aware. Beware of anything that make us feel like we're not doing enough, like we're doing it wrong, like we're incompetent and we're inadequate, and we're feeling ashamed or guilty, or like we're just missing the boat and we're doing it wrong. We are not doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. You're doing inner work. You're doing it right. You're doing life with the desire to grow and expand and heal. So that's all it takes to know that you're doing it right. So let's stop comparing ourselves, because first of all, everybody doesn't tell the truth of everything happening inside of them. It's nice to share our enlightened moment. I do that sometimes in my video, like the one about forgiveness. But it's important not to believe people who only share these moments of grace and alignment and that, wow, that was mind-blowing, and not the truth of the whole of the story of their own being human. So go in peace, my friends. You're okay. We're okay. We don't have to figure everything out. We are not doing it wrong. We're good where we are. Whatever we're doing, we're all right. So it seems kind of kitschy, but I love you just the way you are and exactly where you're at. It's perfect. Just keep living, keep opening your heart. I think that's the bottom line of doing it right. And hey, if sometimes we feel like closing our hearts, that's good too. It's okay too. Actually, I'm scratching what I just said. Everything is okay. You're here to live a life, to experience, and you're doing it right. Period. Love you. Bye.